as I'm cleaning up the room and stuff and getting ready to pack, move everything over to the new house and whatnot, it really gets me reminiscing about some of the shoes that we copped while we were staying at this place. And it also makes me think about some of the biggest W's that I've ever hit, like off of GoDaddy or eBay and all of those places, man. And when I sat down and actually looked at the numbers and stuff of some of the wins that we got, it really blew my mind. So you know what? I compiled about like 10 over here to show you guys some of the biggest sneaker W's that I've ever had. And this is something that anybody can do, because all of the shoes that I'm going to show you guys today were worn sneakers and things that weren't like something that I need to cop for retail, you know? They were things that I had my eye on and I watched the market for. And when I saw a price that was good, I would throw out like a, you know, just a feeler bid or something on GoDaddy, and then hopefully they would take the price. And you know, it happened more times than not. And I'm hoping that this video shows you guys there's alternate ways to try to make money on sneakers or try to build your sneaker collection without worrying about catching the W on Sneakers app. The big massive collection that I had, I know it's kind of tiny now when you guys look back there, but you guys remember that big sneaker collection that we did have. I would say that 85% of the shoes in that collection, all of them were copped used. Like, I didn't have too much DS pairs. I didn't get a lot of W's on the pairs that I had in my collection. Everything was sourced usually by buying it slightly worn, never like really beaten down. I only go for stuff that are like gently worn, maybe worn like less than 5 times, and then from there, that's how I built everything up. Sold some pairs, bought some new pairs, and everything was built like that. I have not actually checked on StockX or the prices of DS pairs for these, but I'm assuming that they're going to be pretty ridiculous, guys. So I'll show you my reaction live on camera, because even I don't know what these prices are going for now. I just know that it's a lot more than what I paid, because when I see the paid price, it's a really small number, dude. First shoe that I want to show you guys that I copped on GOAT, I don't have the date on here, unfortunately, but this is a pair of Jordan 1 black and whites. You guys can see that I ended up paying $125 for this. Again, everything is worn on here, and I know we're going to be checking StockX prices, but that's the best way to kind of show you guys, like, you don't need to go for DS pairs. And even though this was copped a while ago, like, this is me finding steals instead of, you know, paying the full DS price. I saved a bunch of money at the time, and I mean, when you look at it now, it's like even more money that I saved down the line, right? So if we look at what a size 10.5 DS is going for right now, for a pair of Jordan 1 black and whites, the last sale price on StockX was $900 for a brand new pair, and the lowest ask right now is $1,040. As you guys can see, I paid 125 bucks. Again, I think that's a pretty good steal. That's basically what, 10 times the price right now if I had to pay for a DS. Like 2017, 2018 was probably when the shoe game started to peak and get more like popular, and resale started to happen like a lot more. So it's going to be a little bit tougher today, but I mean, still, this shoe was not super popular at the time. It was often overlooked. Things like the Breads were more popular, things like the Jordan 1 Royals were more popular, shattered backboards were up there, but this black and white was kind of slept on, which is why I found it for so low. There's a lot of sleeper pairs that are just releasing now that have the same effect, so just keep an eye out, guys. And so this second pair is already kind of ridiculous, guys. This one is a pair of Tiffany Dunks. As you guys know, Tiffany Dunks, one of my favorite shoes of all time, and I mean, it's a grail to a lot of people. I copped it for $210. $210. And what's funny about this pair, this $210 pair, this is the pair that I had in my collection for a very, very long time. And I ended up selling it to Jacob Starr, the YouTuber, one of my friends, for like way below what the market value is right now because we're homies, but it was still more than $210, you know? So I made money, got my friend a pair for very, very cheap. And yeah, when I'm looking at the DS pricing over here now, this is so crazy. This is the shoe market exploding. So I paid $210. The DS price right now on StockX, $2,900. $2,900. So that's over 10x for this one. That's something, man. Like, this is an untouchable shoe at this point. Like, you're gonna have to drop some serious coin if you want this. And even like the used pairs, I think used pairs are still going for like, depending on the condition, anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. So it's very, very expensive to get this. That's why you have to keep an eye out. It's not only GoDaddy, you guys can do this on eBay, whatever resale sites there are where you can buy slightly worn. This is how you get the best value for your buck, man. Like, DS prices, they're always gonna stay the same no matter what, because that's what the market is. DS shoes. A lot of people don't care about worn, so they overlook it. Me, when I came up to the YouTube scene, I knew I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and I don't want to spend like stuff for DS pairs when I can get it slightly worn, like I said, less than 5 wears or so, and save a lot of money that way. So that's why I went for these overlooked. Prices can be all over the place because people don't know how to value it. That's how you find steals. Another example, this is another big example. A grail back in like 2017 when I copped it. Jordan 1 Fragments, and a pair that was in my collection for a very long time. One of my favorite shoes. I was really sad about selling this one, but you know, we had to do it to get the down payment for the house. Jordan 1 Fragments, I paid $915 for this one, which At the time for me, 915 was actually one of the biggest purchases I ever made. So I was kind of sketched out, but you know, back then even, I think at the competitive market pricing in 2017 or 2018 was probably like mid thousands. So 900 was very good. Like anything sub 1,000 was very, very good. I didn't even think that this person was going to take my offer, but they did. And this is the OG Jordan 1 fragments, not those Travis Scott things. The DS price, $5,100. So that's how much you're gonna have to spend now for that same size 10.5 DS. Mine was in like super crazy condition too. I think it was worn like maybe twice, and even the last sale price, like you can put whatever and ask on StockX, but the last sale price, $4,700. That's wild. Okay, so cool. This is another fun one. Jordan 4 Cause. I was actually looking at the Jordan 4 Cause quite a bit when it first dropped. This one I was able to get for $515, which that was a steal even back then. Jordan 4 Cause, StockX. DS pair, $2,700. So that's a 5X multiple, dude. Whew. And I had one for $515, and that was the one that I was wearing on a daily basis too. Very nice shoe. I wore this one quite a bit as well. Another one that I got where people were sleeping on was this Green Lobster. And this is one that I really wanted in the collection. I kept looking for good prices over and over. This is a kind of a more rare shoe. They weren't put on the market too often, but I managed to get this one for $330. Let's see what the StockX price is. For a size 10.5 is $1,500. So that's a 5X multiple again. Very, very expensive. This one was another one where I spent a lot of money on it in the early going because I had a good feeling that I was gonna keep going up. And I hunted like multiple pairs of these. So this first one I got for $770. It's the Jordan 1 Union in the black toe colorway. And I also got a second one that was also a steal for $780. So $770 and $780. You saw both the receipts on the screen. Fast forward just 1 or 2 years later. DS price over $2,000. So that was an easy double up. And again, I do know that these are DS prices, but still, if you check the used market, they're ranging anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000, which is insane. This one was really interesting. So this one right here, I copped a Jordan 1 shattered backboard for a price of $355, which sounds insane now because they're going for, and I really can't believe I sold this one either because this was a favorite of mine, DS $1,700, $1,699. So we got ours for $350. All right, and so we got two different shoes left that I want to show you guys. This one was another grail of mine, Jordan 4 Doran Becker, and so this one was in a size 11. I remember it specifically because I paid $375 at the time, and it was the cleanest DB I've ever seen in my life. Size 11, $375. The DS price at the time was like $600 or so, and this one was, I swear to God, maybe worn one time. It like literally the DB4, if you guys don't know, the soles are like clear see-through, so you would know immediately if it was worn a lot. Mine was not worn at all. Like it could have passed as DS. So the Jordan 4 DB now, $3,450. Highest bid is $1,600 or so. Last sale 1900s. So that is a huge multiple. If you try to buy the lowest ass, that's like a 10x multiple. Did not think I was gonna find that. Waited patiently for it. This was one that I wanted from day one, but I kept waiting patiently, trying to find the best price, monitoring what the market of used shoes was, because again, used shoes can fluctuate prices because there's no set market, right? It literally is in like the value of what the seller is wanting to make it. So I just continue to monitor the used page. I see people posting for 500, 600, sometimes a little bit lower, and I'm like, okay, let's get this lower. And then when I finally see something comfortable where it's like, you know, 375, I jump at it. You guys can do that too. There's no secret to this. You do not need bots. Just monitor. I know I've been talking a lot, showing you guys the secrets and stuff, but this last part, it'll blow your mind. Because one shoe that was at the top of my watch list was the Air Yeezy 2 set. So I had the Platinums on there, I had the Solars on there, and I had the Red Octobers, and I would monitor these prices every single day, like every single day. I knew what the used market was for these. And I want to show you guys, there's 3 different cops that I had for a pair of Air Yeezy 2 Platinums. All of them that were worn probably less than 10 times, so they were in very, very solid condition. I don't get beaters from used shoes. I never go after those. Those are too hard to price. The first one that I copped, $1,000. Second pair, $1,200. So a little bit more, $200. Last one, $955. I was able to cop a pair of Air Yeezy 2s just a couple years ago for less than $1,000. $955. And let's take a look at what the Air Yeezy 2 Platinum is going for now. I'm expecting a big number right here on the screen. $6,800 for a DS pair. 7x multiple. I had 3 pairs that were less than $1,200. $1,200, $1,000, $955. And this was just monitoring every single day. Even now, I still continue to do this. I don't know why, but I still have these habits of where I monitor these same like hype shoes to see what the market is for used. Now it's very, very hard to find a used pair for less than $2,000. And that's when it's like super beat. Pairs that I were copying in the same condition probably are going on the used market for like $3,000 at the lowest, but they can go anywhere up to $4,000, $5,000. This is just what I'm saying, guys. Like a lot of people say, okay, either one, this guy is like lying about the prices that he's getting his shoes for, which you guys saw like literally all my order numbers and the prices on the screen. these are the cops that I made, and you guys saw they were also in my collection, so the proof is there. And the other thing that people always say is like, you can't do it manually, you need bots. Resale is so expensive and stuff now. Like once it's sold out on like retail, there's no way to get it. That's not the truth. Even though it's a little bit more expensive now, one shoe that I'm monitoring a lot on the used market is Jordan 1 Mochas. And I have like, from my storage unit and stuff, I actually pulled out a lot of those shoes. I still have about 10 Jordan 1 Mochas in the back because I know that this shoe is gonna go up over time. I check the used pairs, I check the new pairs, and I continue to look for steals on there. I'm guaranteeing that, you know, we can do another follow-up video like this like 2 years from now. Jordan 1 Mocha prices will be similar to that of like Shattered Backwards and stuff, where it's like probably going for $900, $1,000, maybe $1,000 plus. This is what you guys need to do, you know, is like continue to monitor the market and look in places where people aren't looking. Bots don't eat used shoes. I don't think anybody like buys a bot to try to get like used shoes on GOAT. I don't think that's possible. They're always looking for DS pairs, they're looking for retail. You guys think that, okay, we can't cop because the bots are eating. That's fine. They are. That's fine. Because we're going to go look where they're not looking. We're going to go look on eBay on the used section. We're going to go look on GOAT on the used section. We're going to go manually to the thrift stores and stuff to find the best prices because bots can't eat there. It's all about like not looking at the negatives and looking at the positives and really just going for it. And what I want you guys to show everybody right now is write down in the comments what your biggest W was for a used pair of shoes, new pair of shoes, whatever it was. What was your biggest steal that you ever came up on? Anyway, that's it for this video. I know it was kind of weird and I wasn't me showing you like bragging or anything. I just want to show you guys that it's possible because people send me emails still all the time like, how do I cop for retail and all of this stuff? And my answer to them is, you got to be lucky. It's not something that you can do if you don't want to get like into the bot game and stuff. It's just a matter of luck and, you know, just being there at the right time. Used, you have a lot more control over because you can actually control that market by finding what's worn out there, what's the best price, and trying to cop it. Hopefully it goes up over time, but even still, there's great prices out there, so just go after it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I appreciate all you guys behind the camera. As always, until next time, guys, stay humble, stay blessed, take care, and I will see you on the next episode. Aloha. Shoops.